Alright, welcome back everybody. We are here with more competitive Nauts, just for your pleasure. So Oz, what we got for them?
We have the round of 8 coming up. Previous match, round of 32, Predator Gaming versus the Disorganized Crime Unit. Predator Gaming going to take the victory on that one. And up next we have the, as I said before, round of 8, where we're going to see Ubi, Spade, and Dave W taking on Nautworthy. This is Spade and his awesome team, I believe. His incredible team. Spade and his incredible team taking on Nautworthy. We're going to get straight to the bans and picks for this map. This is the first time we're going to be seeing Olyan today. We saw Ribbit in the previous map. We're going to be seeing Spade and his incredible team be playing a Nibs, Clunk, and a Sentry, as opposed to Nautworthy, who is going to be rocking the Frog, Raylan, and Vinny. Right off the bat here, with these comps, what do you expect to see, Nata?
Oh, Sentry Nibs is going to be a hell. You're going to throw those black holes, you're going to throw them all the way behind the turret, you're going to drag people in, you're going to come in and roast people with that fire. There's not going to be much you can do versus this. If you get caught in the black hole, you might as well say goodbye, because you're going to have so much turret piercing damage. It's unbelievable.
I think at that point, but you also have that Vinny on the other hand, who has that silence. So if you get caught out in that black hole, that silence is a last-ditch effort to save yourself and whoever else is caught in may be coming into play. That being said, I think Clunk's Explode, if he manages to get slow against this, can be very powerful. Against this comp, it's just going to be very powerful. You're going to be just basically reducing that Frog to nothing. He's going to be trying to rely on that mobility. The slowing itself is going to prevent that. And, you know, without further ado, let's get straight into the match. Give us a countdown, Nata.
You got it, boss. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so something I want to point out here is that Sentry is going to not deal damage as much as he is going to make sure that Nibs does damage. That's what's going to happen here.
So Sentry is basically playing the ultimate support right now for this comp.
Yeah, he's going to add up damage eventually, and it's going to be very powerful, but in the beginning, he just wants black holes. He doesn't care about the damage. He can just charge a quote-unquote empty black hole. He can put it, and Nibs can barbecue. Look at that, how much damage that already did to the Frog.
And that was without a Clunk Explode. That was just a Clunk Bite. And a Nibs Fire. Off of a zero-charge black hole. Frog is already going to be forced to go back right now. Spade, Ubi, and Dave W basically taking this first lane push. By...
You see how effective this combo is?
No, it absolutely is.
It's absolutely devastating.
But they're just coming out in force, and they are showing it right now. They're showing that they are ready to push into these early stages of the game and are not afraid to just be into the fray. Nautworthy, CJ is going to go down. He's going to get picked up by that Nibs Fire as he goes for the risky snipe right up the rift.
Right up the
bouncer, excuse me. Yes.
Right. But yeah, I think we're going to see a lot more of that. Something that works really well against the Nibs is Genji, and that's... whoa.
Jed is taking a lot of damage right now, and Jed is going to go down to the crutches of the Sentry, and Nibs, he's going to as you said before, you know, a lot of damage is going to be dealt right now. We're seeing this Sentry Nibs comp really come out in full force, tossing in that Clunk down on the bottom for those secure kills, I would say. Some Snare Bite would be absolutely devastating as well.
Oh, yep. And slow, as you mentioned. And that's like one of the reasons this comp works so well is Nibs is one of the only Nauts that truly counter her is Genji, and I don't see Genji anywhere near. So they're gonna have a hard time actually, you know, getting to the heart of the problem, which is gonna be Nibs.
That's true, and unfortunately for the Frog, Nibs is a huge Frog counter. Frog relies on his agility and mobility to get close in and really close the gaps for kills, and Nibs can kind of say, oh, that's great, you're standing right next to me, guess what's going to happen? Set oven to 450, cook for 3 seconds. So it's just going to be a lot of damage coming out, and he's going to get roasted, basically.
Oh, man. I think we need a barbecue pun in here, but they'll be back later. They'll be here later.
Perhaps. Barbecue is one of the teams in the tournament, so we'll see them around.
Yes. Oh man, alright, so we're still only looking at base abilities except for Clunk, who has boots, but I think as soon as Spade and his incredible team decides to go back, we're gonna see where they really want to take this. And already you can see they're going for the snowball-y kind of thing with the building for range and DOT on nibs at least. Just snowball, get as much damage in as possible when you already have the lead. One of the two ways you can do a piggy, as we've been discussing.
And that's exactly what Nibs did. If you actually saw down there, the perfectly placed black hole coming out from Dave W to catch that frog with a nice predicting that he was going to be dashing back, and actually caught him. But unfortunately, Spade couldn't get in there with the Clunk explode. And Jed is going to be taking a lot of damage again. He may be dying to DOT right now from this Nibs fire. And it looks like he is going to go down. Ubi's going to pick up a DOT kill on Jed as he tries to retreat back and grab some health. And now you see it right now. Jed going straight for those 2 stages of regen.
Twitch reaction, no. Regen, no heaven regens.
He does not like the fact that he just got a DOT kill on him. So he is going to be picking up both stages of regen. Daniel's going to be forced to go back, and CJ is going to be the only person from Nautworthy on lane right now. And that looks like it's going to be the first turret going down in favor of Spade and his incredible team.
That's, yes, and they're doing the right thing, you mean. They're not split pushing, they're actually dealing full damage to a turret.
Oh, and that huge charge coming out. Jed is going to be taking a lot of damage, and Spade is going to be hunting him down on bottom, but CJ is going to be chasing him down as well. But the prediction on Ubi is wrong. And a nice play on Jed, knowing that Ubi was going to be up top waiting for him, teleporting straight out on bottom as Ubi tries to predict that Jed was going to be coming up the rift and landing that fire.
Right, so we're seeing Dave W picking up attack speed on his AA, something I didn't quite expect. I thought he was going to go for the gravity upgrade so that he can just catch even more people for his nips, but I think attack speed is a decent upgrade for him as well.
Well, attack speed is usually the way you're going to be running on Sentry. His AA early game is very powerful. It has that zoning effect. You can kind of create a lane closure in a sense that you're basically getting those starburst AAs out, closing off that lane. Anybody that goes through is going to be taking a lot of damage. So DOT is normally the way to go on this Sentry, or a Sentry build for that matter. He's landing a lot of black holes as it is, so I don't believe he needs the additional gravity. As you saw right there, he got the black hole up. Danimal taking a lot of damage, but his solar regen cloud, actually, does he have regen yet? He does. His crab burger cloud is going to allow him to survive. Ubi dealing a lot of damage to CJ right now, and Ubi's actually going to be hunted down by Jed and forced to go back into that midsection, get that clear. Jed's still on the hunt for him. Ubi dealing a lot of damage right now, and Jed may be in a bad spot. Danimal looking for the kill on Ubi is not going to be able to do it as Dave W is getting the nice saves on him, but Danimal will pick up the top health and retreat back and continue his farm with his solar cloud. That's a really good teleport spot for Sentry. One thing that I do want to commend, a lot of Sentries that do this put their teleport into the jungle area. It acts as a ward. You can see into that area, and you can know if the entire enemy team is hiding in there. It also counts as a really good way to escape. If you're being hunted down, you can get that teleport out and be able to escape into that bottom section down there. So, a very nice teleport placement early on by Dave.
Yep. Actually, you were talking about how he doesn't need the gravity upgrade. The kill we just saw went by when he got, I think it was Vinny in the black hole. Had he had gravity, Vinny would have been close enough for I believe it was Sentry and Clunk to actually do enough AA damage to kill him. So I think that it's a small thing that matters, and you can build it 2 ways. But I really think for this comp, it's gonna like just be a way of securing that everything goes as planned.
And Dave W getting caught out there on the snipe, and it looks like Jed and CJ are going to be able to take out Dave W, but not before Jed is going to be taking a huge explode, and he's going to be forced to go back. He is actually going to be able to escape. We'll be dealing a lot of damage to all members of Nautworthy right now, and Danimal, Jed, and CJ are going to be forced to go back into their farm game, while Spade and Ubi are going to continue their assault in these lanes.
Assault, that's actually a very fitting description. We're seeing an early silence cloud come out, as you said. Because that's a nice dodging of various damages coming out of Jed.
Silence Cloud, he definitely made the right decision. This is going to be a crutch on him, though, because he's not going to be able to deal as much damage as he would like to. So he's going to be playing the support role for a long time now until he can get his farm back up and get his goldfish and get his dash ready.
Right, and Raylan picking up the pony, the ponytail, and I think what she did was actually she waited to exactly 300, something I do as well. Waited until you have the exact amount for the upgrade you want, and then you go back.
And Danimal's going to be taking a lot of damage right now. Ubi's going to be able to get out, and Danimal floats his way to safety in that creep zone. Spade and Dave W continuing their assault on that bottom turret. Jed is going to be able to kind of dash right through that and nullify the damage coming out from Black Hole. And Ubi is waiting. You can see Ubi waiting to try and land the no-clip fire through the walls and secure a kill. He is on the hunt right now, and he is looking for it. And unfortunately, he is going to be able to miss it, but Spade is going to be looking for Jed. Jed is going to be able to get the teleport out. Dave W using his Black Hole on nothing. And Danimal's going to be taking a huge hit from Spade's Explode right there. And we are rapidly approaching the midpoint of this game, approaching the 10-minute mark. CJ is going to be taking a lot of damage too right now, but just narrowly escapes death by picking up that creep right there. But as I said before, we are rapidly approaching the midsection of this game right now, the 9.5 minute mark, and 3-1 in favor of Spade and his incredible team. One turret down, and that bottom turret looks like it's going to be taking a lot of damage right now too.
They definitely have the map control. I think they need to get Frog and grab the invis a bit more. Sort of, try to make sure you have you talk about this a lot. Time your invis, spawns every minute. You gotta make sure you get it so that you have the advantage and you're able to push back out.
And we can see Jed looking to kind of dive Spade there, but no opportunity arises, and then Ubi with this invis right now is going to be absolutely terrifying. He should start that invis right now, and he is going to get the invis off, but nothing is going to come out of it, as Nautworthy playing very safe, and knowing that someone was invis, knowing that Nibs was going to be invis, and able to just play on the defensive in regards to that. And it looks like Spade is going to tank that bottom turret himself. CJ is taking a lot of damage right now and is able to escape again into that his creep zone, picking up the health. And Jed just notices that Dave W is hiding in that creep zone and rapidly gets out of there before anything can be done. So we're seeing pills coming out on Raylan now.
I think what they should be doing at least is try to build for a burst sync comp rather than trying to build for AA, because you wanna keep your distance to Nibs, that's for sure. And the only one who should actually be going in would be Frog and Vinny. So Raylan doesn't really want to be brawling a lot versus his comp. I feel she wants the range snipes, and then later in the game she can build for AA and push. But I mean, versus this, you need Rift versus Nibs, and you definitely need snipe damage versus Nibs.
Definitely. If you can get her caught in a Rift and have that Vinny land that Silence Cloud, that's not going to allow her to teleport. She's going to be taking a lot of damage and be slowed exponentially.
It's gonna just, yeah, that's what they want to do. And I mean, with the Frog already building for dash damage, it seems like it would be the only real thing they were building for, but it seems like they're going very different ways.
My question to you is, who do you think that Nautworthy should focus at this point in the match? Should they be focusing the Nibs? Should they be focusing the Clunk? Or should they be focusing Dave W playing that support role, landing those black holes, while dealing lots of damage at the same time?
Well, if you look at the HP bars, it seems pretty obvious when you have a burst comp, you want to be focusing on the low health characters. And Nibs is that low health character. Clunk has regen bite, and he's going to be able to sustain a lot of the
huge explode is actually going to pick up the kill on CJ. CJ is going to go down, and there we saw, that slow coming out on the Clunk, and it just slowed them down so much that Ubi was able to land majority of the fire, and the no-clip fire coming out again as Jed's taking a lot of damage right now, but his double regen is going to be able to save him, as he bought that very early on to get it out of the way.
Yeah, it's really dangerous, I think, to even, like, yeah, look at that,
and
look at that.
And the dash
that's
coming out now Ubi is going to go down to Danimal, as it seems that Spade and his incredible team are going to be on the run now as Jed is trying to hunt down Dave W. Dave W is going to be able to pick up help. Danimals is going to be in a rough spot right now. He's between a rock and a hard place, but does manage to pick up the invis on the way out with his escape dash.
Oh, that's a nice rift, and they want to be, all right, but they want to be, definitely want to be focusing on
Dave W taking a lot of damage right now, and Jed is going to be able to pick up Dave W against the turret with a nicely placed dash, securing that kill. Now it is going to be Ubi and Spade on map defending against the three-man team that is Nautworthy. They are not worthy. They're extremely worthy to be on map. To specify that. We are not worthy.
Oh, all right. Well, but yeah, as the whole thing that triggered this was basically syncing up burst on Nibs.
And basically catching her out, you know. At that point, Ubi got a little bit overzealous, and actually Jed is going to be able to escape that explode. Nicely timed dash, but I think Ubi got a little overzealous in regards to underestimating the 500 dash that Vinny had, and Vinny was able to get in there quick, secure that kill before Nibs got majority of the fire off.
Yeah, Nibs actually is almost at the max fire damage. She can get a bit more. With
oh, and CJ's going to be taking a huge explode right now. You know, we're noticing this kind of build come into play, that Clunk is going for this maximum regen while still being able to deal a boatload of damage, and Jed's taking a lot of damage, and it's going to go down to Ubi and the explode right now, and it looks like Dave W is going to land a nicely placed black hole that's also going to secure the kill on CJ, and now Danimal is going to be on the run from Dave W and Spade. Spade slow is going to pick him up though, and that is going to be a wipe in favor of Spade and his incredible team. Let's see if they can take the second and third, the third and fourth turret, excuse me. This is the split push that we were talking about, but Ubi decides to get up top, and they're just going to be looking to tank out that top turret a little bit, but unfortunately they don't have enough DPS to do anything more than a few bars off of it.
Alright, Clunk picked up the invis, and he is now ready to do some magic. Waiting for Sentry to get back, I assume, because he teleported. Oh, then he's back in there.
And a very smart play on Dave W there, not to waste his black hole and use it on that frog. And that frog is going to get picked up by Spade and Dave W. Dave W with the assist and Spade with the nice kill. A lot of damage being dealt right now on both ends. Dave W is going to get a decently charged black hole off of that explode. And, you know, I'm taking a look at Dave W's build here. He's building it for the long run, for this zoning kind of aspect. Danimal going to be taking a huge hit from that black hole. And Nibs and Clunk, but is going to be able to escape with the life. And Dave W is actually going to be looking to deal some damage on this top turret, while Spade and Ubi are looking to get onto that bottom turret. Nautworthy just landing the snipe, CJ just landing the snipe on Dave W, as he's going to be forced to go back. Danimal dealing a lot of damage to Dave W, and is going to be able to just narrowly avoid that black hole. And Dave W looking to get that zoning, and they are going to catch Danimal out. Danimal's taking a lot of damage, and Ubi and Spade are going to be able to pick up Danimal as he's caught out looking for the kill on Dave W.
Yeah, see, Ray is building for a push Ray right now, and I must say I really disagree with that. They are not in a position to want to build for that right now. I feel.
What should she be building into right now? I think Rift would be an excellent option, but then again, Snipe's also going to be an excellent option. Range Snipe.
Yeah, I mean that's you gotta take into account what you're playing against, and you're playing against the Clunk. What do you want to do with Clunk? You want to get him in the Rift. You wanna keep him poked down. So that's it. You're against the Sentry. What do you want to do? You want DPS versus Sentry, but you're not going to be able to
take a lot of damage, and Jed is actually going to go down there. But excuse me, what were you saying?
No, you want Oh, look at Vinny. Vinny is trying to make things happen. Did he get no Nibs stole it? I think no. Nibs? What happened to that invit? What happened to that invit?
I think the teleport was taken.
Oh.
The teleport took it on Nibs, but her AA was still going off.
Oh yeah. All right. So when you're fighting a Sentry, you want to get the DPS in. So as soon as his shield is out, or when his shield is up as well, you're still gonna be doing a significant amount of damage. And for the Nibs, you want a combination of burst and CC. So those are all things that are, you know, accomplishable if you build Rift and the Snipe.
He's going to be taking a lot of damage right now, and he's going to be going down to Jed as he hunts him down with that nice NATO. And this is going to be a 2v3 situation right now, but Ubi is going to be hunting down Danimal as we see it right now. And CJ trying to get in there and get the save on him. Dave W maybe landing that. No, just narrowly misses it as Danimal gets the nice dash off, noting that Dave W would be in the area. And it seems like Ubi is going to be setting up to use the fire soon. Jed is going to be in there right now, taking a lot of damage, and Jed is going to be taking a lot of damage right now, but DOT may be able to get the kill, but no, Danimal's going to get the dash in and pick up Ubi, and Danimal's now looking for Dave W on that bottom lane.
Oh, he wants it, he wants it.
He definitely wants it, just but that black hole
Oh, I think Ray could have went in. I think if she would have were to stand on the edge between the creep zones, she might have been able to get a lucky snipe in. But I'm not quite sure if that would have worked out. Now
we're seeing Regen come out on Clunk after the salvo pack and the double regen, and CJ is going to be taking a lot of damage right now from that explode bite. CJ is going to be able to escape as boots on Raylan are so powerful.
Yes, love them. Let me check something.
We see Jed picking up this bottom now. Spade just mistiming the explode as Jed is able to dash out on that bottom lane, and Baby Curry Mammoth coming out on Raylan.
I was about to say, Nautworthy is sitting on a lot of solar right now. Ray was at 500, I believe, and both other teammates are at 400, sorry. And they're just starting to buy things right now.
And Dead Seahorse and Boots finally coming out on that Vinny. I didn't even know that Vinny didn't have Boots at this point. And Frog is going to be getting tweeters and some turbo tape coming out. And Jed is going to be taking a lot of damage right now in that black hole into that fire on the bottom there from Ubi. He's going to be able to escape and pick up some health into that mid zone. And CJ getting the snipe on Spade. But here we go with the slow again. Jed is going to be picked up by Ubi's fire. And we have that Silence Cloud being dropped right now by Danimal. Dave W just trying to land that black hole there in effort to get some more damage in, but just narrowly misses it. CJ is going to be about half health on bottom.
More damage. That's all about this comp, is basically how can we get more damage and how can we make sure we apply all of it. And for a Nibs, you know, with the high DPS, you want to have CC in order to apply damage. So in that case, slow, which might have been like not a good pick early game, it suddenly translates to damage, and that makes it like a good pick. So if you can get items that translate directly to damage, then that's good.
And the snipe coming out, but CJ is going to be able to get picked up by Ubi from that misplaced snipe into that midsection. Danimal's going to be on the run from Ubi now, just narrowly managing to escape. And Jed is going to pick up Dave W on bottom. Danimal's going to be forced to get back. Jed is going to be forced to get back as there are only 2 people on lane right now.
Right, Vinny is coming back now, and I think they might be looking to get a Nibs.
They should be looking on that Nibs. But Jed is a little bit preoccupied with Spade, and Jed is going to be caught in a really bad spot right now. Spade is going to get ready for that explode as he goes into that midsection and is going to be trying to hunt down Danimal. Danimal's going to be able to get out. Spade and Ubi, you know, that was really smart on Spade's part, knowing that Frog is going to have to dash at some point and getting set up into that midsection while Ubi is going to continue to kind of get some damage into that bottom section. And we see right now the black hole landing on Jed. Danimal's going to be slowed again, and Spade is going to be really low right now. CJ is going to be taking a lot of damage. Jed's going to be taking a lot of damage. And CJ is going to be going down to the mistimed snipe again.
Well, it is dangerous fighting a Nibs with a snipe. That might be why she's not building snipe. You know, being afraid that if she gets the snipe off in the wrong place in the wrong time, she will be, well, roast.
You know, there's that range sniper that we were discussing earlier, and Jed getting caught out in the black hole again as Dave W is able to steal the health from that midsection as well. You know, we are absolutely in the late stages of this game right now at the 22.5-minute mark. We're looking at the solar difference of maybe 700, give or take, from the Raylan to the highest member of Spade and his incredible team, and just a lot of damage being dealt on both ends. And Jed is going to be going down to Spade again. Spade may be going down to the turret, but Spade narrowly gets the fight and is going to be able to avoid the dash and the double body block coming out from Nibs.
But he has the regen region though. They're still looking to get that kill though.
And Spade just landing the explode on CJ. CJ is going to be forced into a really bad spot right now as Dave W and Spade are both going in on CJ. CJ is going to be going down.
Get the snipe, come on, no!
CJ is going to be going down to the wrath of Spade and Dave W. And it looks like Danimal's going to be forced to defend against 3v1 situation right now.
The fire could like actually do some serious damage right now.
And we see Jed just getting back to lane.
Right. They have to really be careful if they want to defend this.
You know,
they cannot afford to die, that's for sure.
Jed really needs to be very conservative with his dashes right now, and he'll be taking a lot of damage. He's dealing a lot of damage, actually. Excuse me, Jed's taking a lot of damage. And
everyone is taking a lot of damage, especially the core right now.
Yeah, and that core is going to be going down.
Well,
Spade and his incredible team take
kind
victory.
Of unfortunate, to be honest.
Well, fortunate for one team, unfortunate for the other.
No,
Spade and his incredible team taking victory over Nautworthy. Kill count 16-6. Nada, post-game analysis, you know, what went wrong for Nautworthy? What could they have done differently in order to combat the 2 tanks and damage dealer that is Spade and his incredible team?
Oh wow, I really think that the key to success would have been like syncing up that massive burst. If you do the math, you're gonna get a lot. If you have a frog dash, what he built right now, that was plus 30 damage on his plus 300 on top of his 250 already. So you're already gonna have a lot of damage, and you're gonna add the 700 dive with Vinny and the 750 on Raylan, and you're gonna have something that can actually tear apart a good part of Clunk's health bar, good part of Sentry's health bar, and it's gonna absolutely destroy Nib's health bar. And you can get that combo fairly quickly if you get cooldown on snipe.
One thing that I do want to point out on Clunk's end, picking up that regen bite, just having that maximum tank capability, the ability to get in, deal an immense amount of damage, and be able to get out and get that regen really quickly. Especially if you can time your bites correctly and land them. It's a double stack basically. So not only are you getting 300 base health from it, but the residual health coming in from that double regen bite, and I'm looking at it right now, his regen at the end there, he just built himself to be able to withstand the elements of Nautworthy and continue pushing into those lanes and taking those turrets. That being said, I believe we're going to take another break, but be sure to stay tuned for the semifinals of BBQ versus Gelati. Coming up next in the Alienware Awesome Cup 2, European Qualifier number 3.